Good day, race fans, and welcome to the Intentional Wreck Podcast. Podcast made by race fans for race fans, from the casuals to the lifelong gearheads, and a happy Dale Day to everybody who celebrates. My name is Jeff, and I'm here with my fellow hosts Corey, Finn, and Nick, and we are here to bring you a new episode. Host Coda, who we will discuss whether or not where that's ranking on the road courses on the schedule. Before that, I have a little house cleaning, just so you know. We are starting the playoffs for our NASCAR 25 League. If you are interested in joining, checking that out, looking into that, you may want to join our Discord server and chat with us, race with us, and try and get in on next season. You can find us on the socials at IntReckPod. That's at INTWRECKPOD. You can also find us on YouTube and Twitch and all of your other favorite places where you can like and subscribe, please, under the name Intentional Wreck. How are you fellas doing this week?
Not bad. Feel a little under the weather, but other than that, fantastic.
I'm just getting over being under the weather, so the sickness is going around. But good. It's a good race on Sunday, so excited about that.
Hey,
we get back to
ovals. What I said
now.
last week about parity?
Well,
yeah.
What is parity? I mean, this is what we're watching is the equivalent of if I don't know, if like the Commanders came out and all of a sudden we're undefeated throughout over half the season. That's good. That is a good sign for parity, that a team that has been less people, they have to rely on
winless last year
as a team, has now come out. It's the opposite of parity. Or no, it is parity. It's the opposite of dominance.
Yeah, that would be parity. I would also say, like, I mean, I guess maybe I'm missing where you're going with that, because, like, yes, the same driver has won 3 times.
Yeah,
but was it less? Are you not entertained?
Were
you not entertained by Sunday?
It was great. It just wasn't close at any point.
That's really what we want. We want, if the fastest car can put himself in a position where he's not, constantly making mistakes on pit road, getting into bad scenarios. Because what we did see is we saw Reddick come out and immediately drop, actually. Apparently him and Elliott had thoughts that the tire wear was going to be more. They dropped quite a bit, as far back as 8th place, I think, for Tyler Reddick. And then later in that same run, he worked his way back up to like 4th or 5th.
Yeah.
But other than that, good on pit road, smart decision-making all day, and making adjustments for being out front. Whereas you look at SVG, who didn't really perform on Saturday in the Cup car, and then had to drive all the way up through the field.
Yeah.
And then they chose, and on the radio, they made a decision. Do we take points here, or do we flip the stage? We're up to 3rd. Do we flip the stage and start up here? And SVG made the call that he liked points. And, that's a different thing that this year. Last year, SVG's like, fuck this. Like, we just need to go get this win because then we're in the playoffs. Right. But now we have SVG points racing, and we got to see it again. From the rear of the or middle of the field, 16th is when he came out, all the way back up to the front. So
it paid off for him, too. He jumped 11 spots in the standings.
And
I would also, so to the other point about some of the other things that we're not seeing, I don't think in any universe within the last 5 to 7 years would we have seen in the middle towards the end of, what was it, like the 2nd stage or like towards the 3rd stage, that we would see a sick driver pull off and get replaced by another driver who was likely willing to get into a car that likely had poop in it and get in and drive to finish a race out, specifically so we could see them get their points or get their due throughout. Right.
This was also the first. Seen that. This was the first hot race of the year, or semi-hot race of the year. So all these guys are, quote unquote, out of shape for them. They're just, man, poor Bowman.
Dude.
Yeah.
Dude, did you see you see the Brad Perez tweet about it?
No.
So
and then Allmendinger at the end of the race too.
Brad Perez is like a kind of a lower series small car driver. I don't even know if he's funded for a ride this year. I know he drove the Xfinity race. He's funded
for one race.
He posted a screen. He raced at Coda, and he posted a screenshot. Apparently, the guy who hopped into the 48 texted Brad and said, "Yo, what's the braking zone for turn 6?" He said, "Real quick, what's the braking zone for turn 6?" And then he was like, "Oh, it's da 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 da." And he's like, "Okay, so like a little bit of bump. I gotta watch out for tire wheel lockup." And he was like, "Yeah." And then so there's that tweet. He posted that tweet, and then he posted the screenshot of him getting ready to get in the car. And Brad's like, what? Like, that's so crazy to me. Like, to see the inside, the behind the scenes of these small time drivers. Like, yo, hey, you're never gonna believe this, but I'm about to get into the 48 in a cup race. And you know what was funny? I was laughing. We were talking about, like, because I think Snugs ended up having an involuntary reaction. Because I was like, yo, imagine being the backup driver for the 48, and they're like, hey, you're gonna have to get in there, and it's 150 degrees in the car and smells like vomit. And there's a backup driver. Oh, Allgaier was there. He's typically the backup driver. Hey, Justin, nope. All right, hey, go down pit lane and find some fucking Xfinity lifer that wants to hop into a Hendrick car for no. Hey, listen, kids got any day. That's when they say, like, I'll fight any day, any time, location. That kid, if he ever makes it, is hop in a car with.
And I guarantee you, there are at least 15 guys at any given track, any given weekend that NASCAR goes to, that have their helmet and their race suit with them, and all of their equipment ready to go just to hop, just for the chance to hop into a car like that.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, they're not going to be hunting for a driver very long.
No, and
sure.
but I mean, to the initial point, like that's not something we would have ever seen in the other. I mean, can you guys recall any specific instance of, like, just for the sake, like, this is now 2 races in which we've seen cars that are down and out, 3 races, because we saw it at Daytona too, where we're seeing cars that are down and out, where in the past that would have been the day. That would have been like, you know what? Take it back to the care center, park it, get back to the garage. We'll get back there next week. It just it just isn't our day.
Yeah.
And now we're seeing beat up cars. We're seeing beat up drivers. We're seeing, like, replacements. We're seeing them come out. I mean, to me, this is more entertaining. Like, this is
what we used to have.
Yeah.
This is what we used to have.
Yeah. We're getting the back part storylines that add and fill out the story of the race.
Yeah, it's what points racing is about. It's you take the it's really loss mitigation at that point. So
it was
for everybody but Tyler Reddick.
Right. I mean, what a day. I mean, first of all, we come out and Briscoe leads like the first 8-9 laps of this thing. And I'm thinking, hell yeah, Briscoe's road course prowess coming alive. And you know what? For what it's worth, he was up there all day long until the transmission broke. Can't blame Chase for that. So some early 19 showing. Then Blaney goes up and dominates the first, the rest of the stage, kind of early until Reddick comes back. I mean, I don't know what else you want in a road course, right? You take Elliott's not having the best day, makes a heads-up call when Chastain loses his wheel, comes down pit road, recovers, has a top 10. You got Allmendinger damn near dying to get a top 10.
He gained 10 spots in the standings. He's 8th in the standings.
Right. And then let's talk about Connor Zilic, who might have the best car this week, might have been the 88.
Yeah.
The best car was the 88.
Dude, he passed 50 plus cars.
Yep.
That is unreal.
Yeah.
Dude, qualified 20.
Daniel Suarez said, not at my coda.
Qualified 25th, drives up through the field.
He passed 50 going forward. I mean, it's probably twice that with him going backward.
Right.
He ended up trying to get back again.
Gets spun, flies through the field so fast. We were over here going, yo, he might win this thing. Like, he genuinely was insanely fast. Gets spun again. This time.
Do we know?
I think Reddick did. Pretty sure Reddick had the fastest.
I thought somebody ran like a 139.7 or something like that. It's like, what the hell?
I'm not sure who got fastest lap.
I'll tell you who got a top 10.
Dennis Hamlin.
Mr. James Dennis Allen Hamlin got a top 10 at a road course.
Fastest
Damn
lap.
It. Talk about points racing, baby.
Kyle Larson.
Of course.
No, Ross Chastain.
Really?
In 35th.
Isn't there a rule though that you don't get the point if you're not on the lead lap or something like that? I think they changed it to stop scenarios like guys like what Larson did last year. I think there's some
I thought they changed it too.
Pretty sure there's some.
Yeah, he was 2 laps down. So,
what would you rate this COTA race? What would you rate it out of 10?
The solid
7.5.
7.5, 8,
dude,
is what I would say.
I'm in that 7 range.
I'm at a 9.3, and the only reason it doesn't get a 0.7 is because the leader, there wasn't like that epic last lap battle. But like,
I mean, it was a really good race,
dude.
It was a good race.
Listen, if the best car keeps it clean all day, because guess what? You know what? The second best car kept it clean all day because the best car got caught up in a bunch, and that is the duality of NASCAR, right?
The best car was a rookie too,
right? The 750 horsepower package with the tire wear was incredible. There was passing everywhere at this track. There were passing.
I do not understand why everybody did not come down and take tires that last caution.
Yeah,
because I think 6 out of the top 10 at the finish were guys that took tires.
Really? I guess I never really factored that in, but yeah, just tire wear mattered so much. I don't know what else you could ask for in a road course. We didn't have to sit there a bunch of time waiting for cautions to occur. There was a bit of strategy going into that last stage. Like,
I was gonna say, they did a good job of keeping it pretty caution free. I think they at one point, I think they threw a caution for, I don't think it was a wreck, actually. I don't remember what it was. Oh, somebody lost a tire.
Ross Chastain.
That's what it was.
Yeah, Chastain.
Yeah. Ross lost a tire. They threw a caution for that. But other than that, guys were spinning, getting knocked around. They just let them go.
So I was actually curious about that. That tire was nowhere near the track. It was in the rocks. It was gone. It wasn't rolling through any traffic. I don't think you could count it as any actual debris.
It's still an uncontrolled tire, and the slightest chance that a car comes by and hits that tire and it gets over the fence, then that's
good luck.
A bad day for NASCAR. So I get why they threw it.
No, totally.
Right.
Got to throw it there.
I had a feeling it was you have to there, because I mean when they showed it and it's just rolling by itself and it's against the wall and it's by itself.
It was on the rim still, right?
Mm-hmm. Very dangerous.
Are they getting a penalty for that?
No.
They should.
I think it all depends, right?
Broken, right? Unless it was a broken car, crew chief's gone.
Yeah, I guess I think it's one of those scenarios where it's the difference between like the lug nut versus if it just broke, and you consider how hot it was and how much they were braking. I could see if it melted off the bead.
It didn't happen on the track.
Right.
He got into the rocks and then the tire came off.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know if the lug came off or if it broke, but if it broke, then there's no no penalty.
You guys catch the Xfinity race at all?
Yes.
Banger.
Yes.
Not SVG Masterclass. Obviously, Connor got held up a little bit, but y'all see SVG passed 3 wide on the little right-hander.
On the triple right.
Did you see him throw a deuce out the window right after he did it?
Yes. Well, so I had an interesting situation with that. I was at the bar during that race because I was just out and about on that Saturday afternoon. And so I got him to put Indy qualifying up on one screen and have the NASCAR race up on the other. And so I'm just sitting there, bouncing back and forth and watching either one. And there was this guy that was sitting, there was only a couple people in the bar at the time. And one of the guys that was sitting over next to me, because he saw that I was watching racing, it was the usual casual conversation. Oh, I used to like this or blah, blah, blah. And then, so I was just telling him, I was like, you see that number 9? And this is when SPG was in 6th, and it was some point in stage 2. And I'm like, you see that guy in the number 9? You see how far back he is? He's a god. He's going to win this race. And the guy was like, okay. I mean, sure. I was like, watch, mark my words. He will win this race. And the guy's like, I mean, okay, sure. Why not? And we both just kind of go about our business, right? And it's I'm peeking back and forth watching, and 30, 40 minutes later, we're getting down towards the end, and we're getting down towards that last part in the restart. And I was like, hey, watch this. What did I tell you?
I mean, so a real veteran move, right? So he goes out way wide to the left into, obviously, we know turn 1 at COTA. But instead of dive bombing Sam Mayer, he just makes Sam Mayer see it, right? SVG's there. He's aggressive. He has nothing to lose by wrecking out in this race in Xfinity. Then he ducks back in. Sam overdrives the corner, has to way bounce on exit because he was too tight. Because SVG hopped back in and early braked, he gets the corner and he's able to pass 5 cars in one turn. I mean, that's a big veteran move. Obviously, it's SVG, but it was cool to see. And then
he's just toying with them, dude.
Yeah,
he could do anything that he wanted with that car.
Yeah,
anything that he wanted.
It was a great first stage in that race. Watching him and Connor kind of exchange the lead and battle. It really sucks that Connor got, kind of caught up in some stuff. I can't remember what happened. That
he got Corey Day.
No, this was before Corey Day. Corey Day happened after he went up through. It was either bad. No, I think he stalled on the pit, or something happened on the pit road after, I think, wherever they were on the stage or something like that. So, yes, yeah, to flip the stage, you have to pit before. Something happened on pit road, I believe. I don't think he got cycled back on anything. And after that, it was just chaos. He's trying to drive through, and Corey Day got him. I don't know if anybody kept. Yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, all around, it was a solid weekend of racing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like in multiple different areas. I don't know if you guys ever.
Here it comes.
What? What did I do? Here comes what?
You're gonna say something about Alex Palou.
No, that was the only race. That was pretty much sure thing, and it wasn't that. I was actually going to mention MotoGP.
Hey, Trackhouse, there you go.
Yeah,
I didn't watch MotoGP.
The Thai GP was great, and it came down to the last lap, and it was neck and neck. It just back and forth battling for like 5 straight laps over and over, and it ended up ending on a penalty with Marquez, who is basically, he's the SVG of NASCAR road racing to MotoGP, essentially. Ended up getting in this neck and neck battle back and forth with this other dude that's basically going to be the future of MotoGP, and ended up teaching him a lesson about what he wasn't going to do as he shoves another bike completely off the track. It was a hell of a race, and it was
Do
very
they do ovals in MotoGP?
What's that?
Do they do ovals?
I've seen dirt ovals in motorcycles before, like dirt bikes. They've done some dirt ovals.
Well, that's completely different. MotoGP is strictly road.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a shame.
Their left knee pads would wear out way too fast.
Oh, yeah. Completely.
just wear that
But
out.
It's just all around
leaning.
So, yeah. I mean, between so this three-peat thing, right?
Well, hold on. Before we get to that, you brought up Alex Palou.
No, we don't. This is not the. This is not the IndyCar Wreck podcast.
20 wins in 99 starts.
That's right.
Dude's crazy.
Absolutely insane.
He's the GO IndyCar driver, and that's just because I can't name any other IndyCar drivers.
AJ
I mean, that's perfectly fine, but we've talked numerous times.
Danica Patrick
about greatness and doing well.
Tony Stewart, Kurt Busch, Kyle Larson, and Jimmy Johnson. Yeah. You know what I mean? Hey, Jimmy Johnson's an IndyCar guy. No, so I mean, Reddick 3P, right? First of all, opportunity missed, but opportunity gained. The opportunity missed. The backwards burnout needs to be the thing. You got to do it, Tyler. Come on. However, taking the MJ photo with the trophy,
that was sick.
Baller. The confidence right now in that team is unreal.
So
how could it not be?
Unreal.
Okay, so serious question. What else do they need to do to be because I'm new to this whole format.
Right.
What else do they need to do to be confident that they're in the chase after 3 dubs in a row to start the season?
Get locked in on points.
Has anyone ever won the first 2 races or won 3 of the first 5 and then not made it? Is that even conceivable? He's 7 points ahead of second place right now.
Yeah,
it's conceivable.
I mean, it is so easy to turn in lull of summers, right? And as fast as we remember, we see how good they've risen. You got to remember, it very fast could drop back to the same scenario, right? To where, because right now, right, you mentioned it, there's no winning in, right? There's no, okay, let's reset, let's focus on, okay, Phoenix is a playoff track, Martinsville's a playoff track, Darlington's a playoff track. Let's go focus in on those races and make the car, and then who gives a shit about Sonoma? Who gives a shit about this? If we're fast, we're fast. If we're not, we're not. We're not any extra time at those tracks. But that's not the case anymore, right? We still have to look just to the next week. So I think it's a good point.
That's the good thing about points racing. Look at, Denny Hamlin right now is 23rd in point standing, right? He's got 60 total points when Reddick has 186.
Mm-hmm.
It could just as easily flip at some point, later on in the season.
Right.
So that's the emphasis on every single race is what everybody wanted to get to going back to this points format, because the whole season now matters.
Alex Bowman go ahead, Jeff.
Keep going.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say you have to keep going because the analogy. So Finn, you love to use NFL analogies. Like at any point through the first 8 weeks of the season in the NFL, did anybody think the Colts were not going to go to the playoffs?
Correct. That or
at
the
any point?
Steelers when they went 10-1 in Big Ben's last year, right? Remember it was yeah, no, anything could happen. So that's the beauty of it now. That being said, they are at a point where they can start to hyperlock in on those chase tracks, right? Phoenix, this is a great one coming up here soon, right? It's no longer the championship race, so it's not as big of a deal as when we turn towards that track, but it'll be interesting to see, hey, who's fast here doesn't dictate who we think is going to be the fastest in championship anymore, right? So, but being 170 points ahead, let me say, your question is, what does he have to do to make sure? Stage points. So at the next road course, guess who's not flipping any stages? Probably Tyler Reddick. Reddick probably going to go, especially if he can qualify up front and do well, because he is a good road course driver. I wouldn't be surprised if Tyler Reddick has 3 stage wins across our next road courses, just because the wins are done, baby. We gave ourselves a lead, and walking away, I mean, shit. SVG,
if he feels like a 5th to 10th place car, then he's definitely not flipping stages.
The collapse that would have to take place for him to give back that lead over 16th place would be historically bad.
You said what's up?
I said the collapse that he would have to not make the playoffs, though, would be
right.
I mean, the worst collapse of anyone I've seen in motorsports.
Because it also implies everybody that's down there doesn't like.
Yes,
Alex, brother, is not making the playoffs this year. This is so awful of a start for a team that isn't going to win.
But like the guys down here, right?
Bell's probably going to be fine. He's probably moved up a bit with his finish because he was 4th.
Briscoe, 27th, he's going to make it. Bell, 24th, he's going to make it. Hamlin, Kyle Busch, Ross Chastain is 20th.
Yeah, but Ross,
all these guys are going to get into the top 16.
Yeah. Well, Busch, I don't know. Busch, I am a little concerned about the 8 car.
I think Busch will get in the 16.
So, but
I don't see him getting in the top 10, but I see him getting in the top 16.
Yeah. But you mentioned SVG
it's all
5th.
shuffled up, dude. 2 super speedways and a road course to open the season.
Yeah.
And
we'll have a sense. I think after Vegas, we'll have a sense of what we're really looking at. You know what I mean? Two ovals, a road course, and 2 super speedways. Things will start to even themselves out, and it's gonna be like, okay, who's a pretender up here? Like Allmendinger up top 10 in points again. Not really expecting him to stay, but progress to be made.
The year of the dinger.
Shall we move to Phoenix? If there's any other COTA thoughts?
You had the question of, is COTA the best road course? Not yet. The Glen is still better.
I think COTA's the best road course, man.
It's close.
I think Sonoma's better than COTA.
No, Sonoma's the worst track in the circuit, dude.
I think there's way.
That was completely wrong.
I think the amount of passing lanes we had at COTA this weekend, right? Where you could gain speed and the tire fall off. I don't think we are ever going to see a scenario where somebody can pass as much as Connor Zillich passed the field at Watkins Glen. There's just not enough passing lanes.
I don't think you can take the tire fall off into consideration because new package that they're going to be running at all the road courses this year.
Right.
COTA was just first one to do it, but COTA is the slowest road course that we go to on the schedule.
Well,
it's
why I say
like in terms of average speed,
right? But also heat, right? San Diego in June might be hot enough to compete with how hot COTA was this weekend. Watkins Glen is not going to be that hot. Sonoma, we go there in a decent time. I don't remember Sonoma ever being like the worst. And Sonoma's rough because, again, passing lanes. Like, even with tire fall off, it's just not too many places. So that's where, when I think of,
that promotes people moving people, though.
Sure. Sure. Shall we go back to Ty Gibbs in the in-season tournament? Moving the shit out of that guy into the... Jesus. Who choked that one? Oh, yeah. Alex fucking Bowman. Okay.
COTA, very visually pleasing. I will say that. It is a nice looking track.
We also go there the right time of year.
TV.
I'll give it... Hey, Nick, I agree with you, Sonoma, if we race there when it's green. Oh, my God. It would look great on the cameras.
It really would.
Yeah.
I think I like the Glen better than COTA. Really more from a nostalgia aspect right now. I think the product is probably on par.
So fun.
Yeah.
Such a fun track.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is it's nice to actually like kind of have this debate, where we're actually talking about what are these quality road courses just based on the merit of the quality of the racing. That is cool. And I think that's really going to shine this year, in that it's not going to just be here, especially now that we've had a road win that wasn't SVG. Like, it's going to actually add some more intrigue to the other road courses on the schedule now too. So
I said it late last week that I didn't think SVG was going to dominate at COTA.
Well, hot damn.
And someone was very adamant that I was wrong.
That is not the statement that I disagreed with. You said he is not very good at COTA. And that is his worst his worst road course track.
It's his worst road course track.
And to which I said, saying that's somebody's worst road course track it's like saying, hey, that was Tom Brady's worst Super Bowl. Still a fucking Super Bowl. Like, he's still better than almost everybody. He still took a car that was 25th fast, or like 18th, 19th fastest on Saturday, and then walked through the field not once but twice, and is the only car that had anything for the leader before he burned it up. So he wasn't
the only one.
He's still
Connor Zilic.
Connor Zilic never was in the top 5. So as much as I agree that Connor Zilic was the best,
he got spun from 4th.
I don't think he was 4th when he got spun.
He got spun from 4th.
He was top 5 for all of 1/2 of the first corner of a lap. He never ever battled with Tyler Reddick. For that. So.
Well, he was still in the top 5, Finn. That's like saying somebody who made it to the Super Bowl. It was the worst time that they made it to the Super Bowl.
I've been saying this about Jared Goff for 5 years.
Oh, God.
So,
let's move on.
So you done did.
So anyway, Alex Blow.
No. Yeah. Anyway, get to Phoenix. I messaged you 10 minutes ago. Get us to Phoenix. We got 20 minutes left at the pot.
All right, I'm sharing my screen.
All right.
We have hot laps coming in from Nick to show what we're going to do and what we're going to see at Phoenix coming in next week, so you can actually get a bird's eye view or a car's eye view of the track with the growth.
Yeah. So Phoenix this week, I did a little race earlier today that I won. Just putting that out there. But I'm going to show you a couple laps from a restart here. First thing that I want to touch on is it's going to look, if you've never watched a Phoenix race, it's going to look weird whenever the pace car pulls away and the field doesn't go anywhere. So the pit entrance here is right on the exit of turn 2, which is unlike any other track. Most tracks usually have their pit entrance off of turn 4, right on the front stretch, because most other tracks are bigger. Not here. This actually used to be the front stretch, so it used to be kind of normal. But they changed the start-finish line to around 3 and 4 now. So anyway, pace car is going to pull off. We still have the field is still going to have to run pace speed all the way up until the restart zone in turn 4. Going to jump ahead here. Restart zone right here. What guys are going to be looking for right when they hit this restart zone is grip. Phoenix is slick. Phoenix is dusty. And as soon as and it's flat, and as soon as you're come out of turn 4 right here and cross start finish line, you're going to have everyone just going on this dog leg right here. Fanning out, you're going to see 8 wide, 10 wide. You're going to see wrecks. It's going to be chaos, and it's going to be awesome. But, so cut the dog leg here. You're going to go until about the second cone. You're going to lift. People are going to enter low, kind of come up high a little bit, in the middle of 3, or 1, I mean. Get a good run out of 2. Right here into 3 is going to be a big passing zone for people. That you're going to see some people get sent. You're going to see some people get dive bombed right here into 3 and moved up the track. Turn 1 and 2 is very different from turn 3 and 4. So it's going to be tough for guys to get into a rhythm, but that's a lap at Phoenix. It's going to be.
You mean to get up that high there, cross and start finish, Nick? Or was that just a little? Okay.
Yep. I wanted to let the car. The angle, right? I wanted to let the car track out and not burn up my front tires, but
that and getting the nose in the right spot where you can enter, that banking drop is just so aggressive.
The transition from
that if you're
from the apron to the track.
If the rear end is still coming around and then you try to go down, it could spit you out, especially with the gear. Another thing that you didn't mention that I want to mention is when you're coming to green there, Joey Logano got in trouble for this. You have to wait until the start-finish line before you cross down to that dog. And you did a really good job on that restart. You showed us was timing it to where you cross right as because Joey Logano did it, inches short, and they penalized him from P1 a couple years ago. And that was something controversial on here because I feel like spirit of the rule, but at the end of the day, like, you got to enforce. It's a black and white ruling somewhere. This turn matters so much too because you'll see a lot of guys just like really having to get a run on that high side. And the debut. This is going to be a 750 horsepower package, right?
Yeah, this is technically a short track.
So we are upgrading the horsepower at this race.
I say technically, but it's definitely a short track. It's a mile long.
Right, and it'll be very interesting to see. I mean, we've seen it kind of pay off dividends so far. Is this little extra grip going to make this a little bit racier? Because, like you mentioned, there's only so many times you can pass. We did see a lot of passing in the championship race last year, but there might have been some supercars out on the track with 800 horsepower. That Chase Briscoe car certainly had 800 horsepower.
There was also they brought a different tire.
True that.
To the Phoenix race last year. That tire they're also bringing to this spring Phoenix race. So the guys will know the tires. Byron, right? Bad news for William Byron. Good news for Kyle Larson.
Yeah.
I'm excited, and I'm finally excited because I don't have to look at Phoenix and go, God, I hate this track, because whoever wins here next time wins the championship.
Yeah.
But also I just kind of get to enjoy it in the horsepower package at a track where I think it needs it. This is the track I think it needs it the most, because Phoenix used to be a very fun track to watch, and it's been fun to watch because of that extra excitement of it being a championship race. But I do think this week we're gonna see some real racing here. It'll be fun. It's certainly fun on our race.
We're gonna see a lot more tire fall off because of that new package. Yep. And we're going to see people going for it for sure. So I'm excited.
Well, so it goes back to what we were talking about before is like, we've got names sitting below the top 20 right now. And we're going to see some of these guys use this as an opportunity as a get right day and trying to find their way closer to the front. I mean, we're going to see people really trying to capitalize on getting in and getting points. And this is going to make this race very interesting for that, especially taking away its consequential aspect to the end of the season. So,
yeah, and a lot of that is just the way the schedule shakes out too. Because, like I said, we have starting a season for a series that is at its core oval racing with 2 super speedways and a road course. Shit's just shuffled up. So all of that is going to work itself out. I think between Phoenix, we got some like real dyed-in-the-wool NASCAR-y tracks coming up here. Vegas, Phoenix, Darlington Spring Race, etc. So the cream is going to rise to the top. I have no worries about the 19. They're going to go to Darlington and hopefully lead a couple hundred laps again. That stuff will shake itself out. And the names that aren't in that should be will get there.
Yeah, totally. That being said,
who are your fantasy must-haves?
There you go.
For this week?
Fantasy must-haves.
Yeah. Who are you taking? Like, who do you have? Give me one driver, each of you, that you have to have on your list this week.
Can I go first?
Yeah.
Denny Hamlin.
Okay.
100%.
Okay.
I could have named you about 4 that I have to have, but Denny Hamlin.
All right. Finn?
Ryan Blaney.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't think the package changes who's dominant here.
Really anybody from Penske.
Yep.
I'm going to continue my trend of picking a sleeper under the radar guy, because last week I picked Ty Gibbs for Coda, and by the way, was correct. Josh Berry. Josh Berry finished 4th here in the spring last year. Short track guy. Fords are good.
If the
That's
horse, if the
that's why I said
horsepower,
anybody from Penske.
yeah, if the horsepower package makes a difference, I agree heavily with that sentiment. And to extension, the 60 car.
Yeah.
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 Mine's Christopher Bell.
There you go.
That's my.
They need it
because
too.
to me right now, as far as like at this point in the standings, you had Hamlin and Bell from a JGR perspective sitting below the top 20.
Yeah.
These are 2 guys that you're going to want to have your eyes on. And Nick already took Denny, so I'm going to take Bell in this scenario. I have a feeling that JGR is going to try and load the wagon on the 11 and the 20 car this week. Get up.
Another 2 guys you could throw in there, Byron and Larson.
Yeah.
They're always up front at Phoenix. So
yeah. And they could use some points as well to try and leapfrog a few guys to get up towards the top.
Yeah.
Just to bring Hendrick up closer to not have Chase Elliott sitting there as the only one in the top 10. So that's
gonna be a constant though. Chase Elliott and flying under the radar and just getting good points days.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna be in the top 10 all season long. I guarantee you.
I'm sure that breaks your heart, Nick. It just,
I hate
shatters
last
your heart.
year, I was in full meltdown, freak out mode after Phoenix last year with Briscoe wrecked out 98 laps into the race, and it was about this point 4, 5, 6 races into the season where I was like, what's happening? Because he was terrible at the start of last year. Everybody was just getting used to each other. So let's hope that the shade that they were throwing at each other on the radio at Coda doesn't continue to Phoenix.
I don't think that was shade. I think that was 2 guys joking around. I think
sure.
I think vibes are high in the 19.
I'm sure vibes are high.
Yeah.
Let's hope they get it right, because Briscoe's good at this track. It was his first win in the Cup Series. So
why don't you read the fucking map?
That was
that was funny.
That was comedy.
Funny's in. If I was in the position that they were in, maybe I'm leaving the jokes out of the situation, but whatever.
Gotta have fun with it.
Yeah, yourself.
It broke the damn car. That ain't great. Don't break the car.
That being the case, that is a reminder. Don't forget to set your lineups. I know we're sitting here talking about this right now, but that can happen. Don't forget to set your lineups and have those ready so you don't have a road course lineup rolling into Phoenix. Because, well, you know what? If you guys want, forget everything that I just said. You don't have to.
Yeah.
You do not have to remember.
Yeah, let Jeff talk about some
if you're going to enter the league, the podcast fantasy league, and give your team a cool name, you have to tell us who you are so that we know who you are. Because a person won this week and we have no idea who it was.
So no victory lane for them.
Right, yeah.
Yeah,
The
because
person's probably like, wait a minute, wasn't I supposed to get some time? Like, yeah, but you gotta, like, say it was you.
True that. I'm not walking you down. There's got to be some ownership. If you want your 1 minute of fame, you got to step up. Especially if you have, like you said, a weird name. Other than that, I'm chilling.
By the way,
Rusty's bumper oil.
Yes, Las Vegas is thinking Denny Hamlin and Ryan Blaney are your 2 favorites this week in the early numbers.
I was about to say we were racing at Phoenix, but then I realized why you said Vegas.
Yes, Las Vegas. I'm sorry. The bookmakers think that Hamlin and Blaney are going to win, or one of the 2 of them.
Yeah,
I would agree with that sentiment.
Yeah.
Well, we're rolling down towards the end of this one, but I think we got a couple of minutes just to make note of the fact that we are into the playoffs for the IWP NASCAR 25 League. So, Finn, do you want to lay out who we got here in the playoffs and how we're rolling into that?
Yeah, two things. Gonna talk about that, and then I have a little thing to do. Some guys shared some of the paint schemes of the league, so I figure we'll go over those. But yeah, we are down to our final 12. Our first race is tonight at Darlington. First of 6 races, only each driver's best 5 will count. I imagine a lot of guys are expecting tonight to be their one not counting race. I am trying to convince my wife to let me bring the Xbox to Vegas with me so I can race at Nashville next week. But it'll be fun. Points are reset. Everything's a lot closer than it has been. I don't even know if I have a favorite. I think it could be any of the top 4. In my opinion, are the realistic guys. Everybody's putting in a ton of hours. And that's the point, right? We're at a good spot. But I shall share. Let me see here. How am I going to approach this? So share screen, applications. I don't want to share my entire screen. This is very confusing. I'm going to have you guys turn on the pod so that you guys can view the paint schemes from the podcast. That's going to make life insanely easier for me in terms of sharing this stuff. So if you guys do this and watch it on replay. All right, first up,
always have it up, buddy.
We have a couple from Snugs. I asked anybody who sent me schemes that are using a. Also, just be clear, these are from DMs. Anything leaked via DMs is not my fault. I am not liable for it. Get over it. Stop sending me the N-word in DMs. All right, moving forward. Snugs is.
Yeah, Snugs.
Snugs' first scheme is a reference to the old Kyle Busch Team Lowe's racing scheme. Obviously, a special place in my heart. I thought we didn't get many angles of this, but obviously the work on that front with the front fender, just the hood image, he kind of nailed it. Obviously,
the yellow on the splitter.
Yellow on the splitter, yeah. Kind of nailed that one. So. Just immediate thoughts, shouts. I think this is a 9 out of 10. My only complaint is the Ally Do It Right is a little weird.
Yeah.
But everything looks good. The detail, even the white in the very, very rear, well done. So
with how limited the paint booth is in NASCAR 25, yes, very well done.
Yeah, 10 out of 10.
Gotcha. All right, another one from Snugs. Here's the reference. Sorry. It's a smidge bigger. And here is the car. This is
take a second for us to catch up.
No, totally.
Ooh, nice.
The reference and then the car. So I think he did a good job. Obviously, he decided to go with one of the default paints on there instead of matching the scheme, but the colors are well done. We get the point, and I think it looks sick nonetheless. So
that does look sick.
Yeah,
that one's great.
I like that. Yeah,
I love that.
Not all of them are reference photos, so some of these are just kind of schemes that some people made. So I'm a big fan of these. These 3 here from JTB Blazer, the Liquid Death, then the WeatherTech mobile car, and then this Jack Links is. I'm a big fan of this car. The gradient, the all black on the front. So solid.
The Liquid Death kind of reminds me of the old Marlboro scheme.
Yeah, it does. That might be the reference for that one.
Yeah, that's Marlboro for sure.
All right,
WeatherTech looks good.
Here's an absolute banger. Here's the reference.
So I like that Jack Links.
Here's the reference. This is Fat Randy. And I think he nailed it. For me, this is a 10 out of 10. Absolutely nailed it. The number looks perfect. The gradient
I love the Tide car.
Is perfect. The Tide car. It's a banger.
I see this and immediately hear Craven got him. Like just in the back of my mind as soon as I see this. Ricky Craven got him.
At Darlington too.
Yeah. That is quality.
That's money.
Yep. This is a nice little gradient scheme. Logitech, not based on anything, but this is JTB Mad Cheeks. Like the fade up, kind of using those techie colors there.
I like it.
Let's see if anybody else sent one. This is a favorite one for me. Here's the reference. This is JJ Franken. He's going to have to obviously change the number here to match his 38 in the league, but there's the reference, and there is the car. Top tier. Just 10 out of 10 for me. Just 10 out of 10 for me.
Oh, the Aflac? All right.
This is a Carl Edwards throwback.
Carl Edwards.
This is a Carl Edwards throwback.
Yeah.
Let's see how he did it.
Yeah. To me,
yeah.
Right? 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
To easy
really
10
like
out of
that
10.
one.
Here's another, I think, 10 out of 10. This is obviously a Steve Parks throwback. I can scroll down here and have them right next to each other. Sorry, I'm adjusting on each of them.
Billy says he sent you one too. Finn.
I know, Dilly. Your time will come, my summer child. This is really solid.
Steve Park, yep.
Steve Parks
like
throwback. This is not a reference car, but Bumblebee out here with this green iRacing 41. I've seen the side of this one a lot. This is a unique one. I'm gonna have to find the link for this real quick.
Bumblebee going for the Santa sleigh look there with the green.
This is a Ryan Newman throwback. When he was in the 39. It's a solid. I think the sponsor could be a little bit better on the side here, but this is Hunwee throwing a Ryan Newman Brickyard throwback win. So, big fan of that. I can't. Okay, let's see.
I like how he sent you highlights in Spanish.
Right. Oh shit. Dilly's car is going nuts. Dilly with his F1 tribute machine with the. Oh my gosh, I am just.
I did see this. That's right.
All right. Did he make a papaya car?
He made a McLaren car. Yeah.
Yeah, he made a papaya car. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Little papaya machine from Dilly.
Let's go.
Why is it the papaya car? I don't get it. The color?
Papaya.
Yeah. Papaya orange.
Right, I've got.
Wow, you're just moving everything.
Dude, it was. Yeah. I'm having a stroke over here.
That's pretty sick, Dilly. Not gonna lie.
Let me get.
It's even got the swoosh on the front. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's got the swoosh.
Display capture.
Well done by everybody.
Oh god. Shadow
I definitely
Realm.
thought that was the Tony the Tiger car when he first sent it, and I was like, no, I'm just an idiot. All right, cool.
Ignore this. Ignore the Shadow Realm. I have to get the full screen here.
Phoenix Raceway. And the guy with the hairy arm.
It'll happen.
It'll happen. All right. Fat Randy sending me another one.
Oh god.
A little Tony Stewart throwback Mobile One.
Whoa.
All right, I fixed it.
What the hell?
I should have done this before. You'll see here Tony Stewart throwback.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
Fuck it, we're doing it live. And then we get mines, so
Tony Stewart. Okay, yeah. I like that.
All right. Hey, I love the routine, buddy.
All right. So next is mine. We'll finish off with mines. So we got the old Jimmy Jam.
Yeah. Classic. Such a clean scheme.
Ugh.
Especially at night.
Oof.
Oh my god.
I'm in there.
Such a good looking car.
All right.
Yeah.
Next is the Javelin Juan Pablo Montoya car. Kind of blocking it here. Showing the reference.
I feel like the Jeopardy theme song should be playing.
Right.
Well, it's just you guys. The stream is singing in real time. You guys are just singing on a delay.
Oh yeah.
Little Juan Pablo Montoya.
I like that. That
had to go with the Sunoco on the side because Javelin isn't in the game.
Right.
I expect him to pop out of the driver's side and fight Tony Stewart at any moment right now.
I expect him to hit an jet dryer.
Right.
And then of course the Kyle Larson, Juan Pablo Montoya era Target cars. That'll be
those target cars looked pretty good too.
And then I think, here we go. One more.
I'm gonna need to run my toxic waste car at some point in one of
this.
These
Hey, listen, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 for this next one coming up here, fellas. 10 out of 10. Clap it up for the boys. This is one of the cleanest themes. This is one of the cleanest ones.
Yeah, I mean that's just a classic, dude.
Classic. All right.
Those Lowe's 48 cars. Chef's kiss.
Makes them easier to see too. Love that.
You only needed to see the rear. That's all they know. In fact, most of the competitors of the 2000s don't even know what the front of the 48 looks like. Just the rear.
Right?
Just the rear. And so we're going to throw all these in an article or probably a little roster thing and put those next to that and then send them up. But those are some pretty cool schemes across the league. Appreciate everybody sharing those and the creativity. Chef's kiss.
Yeah,
these are the kind of things that make it great. Like this is just some of the a small taste of the stuff that we've just been seeing and that's just been building by itself. Finn asked for people to send that, but people were already making these schemes. We were already talking about that. These conversations were already, coming up. The beauty of this league is just the way that things are just sprouting up. And it's just really cool to see. We love all you folks that have been joining the league, keeping the Discord alive, keeping communications that are jumping into practice races. It is fantastic, and it is making things much more lively, and it's building a community, and you're all at the root of that, and it's fantastic. But with that being the case, we are coming up towards the end, and we've got a race to get to, and I can see Finn squirming a little bit. So we know what time it is. So that's going to wrap things up for us this week. Please make sure you check us out on YouTube and Twitch under the name Intentional Wreck. Check us out on the socials at IntWreckPod. Like, share, subscribe. Check out the streams tonight for the playoff races. And make sure you check out the recap videos that Finn's been putting out for these races because they are top-notch as well. All that being the case, we will see y'all for Phoenix next week.